Good evening from Singapore. Welcome to Life in the Matrix. Well, I've made a video of about the Hungry Ghost Month, and now that's over. It's also called the Mid-Autumn Festival. It is a Mid-Autumn Night's Dream at Chinatown Point. Not sure what that is. Looks like a bunny rabbit. It's probably a bunny rabbit with a ribbon on top. And so they've got lights all over the main street here in Chinatown, the New Bridge Road. And I'm going to take you for a little short video walk along the road and show you some of the sights of Chinatown, Singapore. So Mid-Autumn Festival lights starting at Chinatown Point. And that there is Chinatown Point. And a really old shopping complex. When I first came in the 1980s, I think it was 1984, this was the biggest mall around, at least the one that I went to, People's Park Center. And I remember buying what was then known as a Sony Walkman. I don't know if anyone can remember that. Anyway, let's continue walking down the road. It's a crowded evening, which is kind of unusual for a Tuesday, but I guess the tourists are back. I've seen a lot of tourists. Look, some of these local eateries, local Singaporean food, Chinese influence, of course. This is Chinatown after all. The cured meats, mostly pork. Many people still wearing the mask. It's up to them. It's not mandatory anymore in most places in Singapore, except inside public transport and hospitals and I guess, clinics and stuff like that, high risk areas. Otherwise, even inside malls, there is no longer a mask mandate in Singapore. People sometimes still prefer to have them. But anyway, this video isn't about that. Let's continue on walking. Interesting sights, of course. It's the Chinatown Mid-Autumn Festival 2022. This is one of the old housing blocks in Chinatown that's been there forever, for a super long time. A view up street, and people eating at the local eateries, and there's even some pooches. Yes. Chinese medicine hall. The sights and sounds of Chinatown in Singapore. Let's see, all kinds of snacks, different kind of snacks. These are fried snacks made of different things. Mix and match. Tourists from all around the world come to Singapore for a holiday. So on this street you can actually literally listen to dozens of different languages, sometimes from the same country. Alright, more decorations, more lights. We're still on the main road, the New Bridge Road. So I almost missed a step there. Yeah, there are bunny rabbits everywhere and mooncakes. This whole street gets a very festive look with lots of lights even during the Chinese New Year, and that also goes on for an entire month. There's Temple Street, and that's because of a very old, well, I mean, old by Singapore standards, I guess, Hindu temple, which is, funnily enough, in Chinatown. It's a fairly large temple complex. More lights. Continue my walk before I end this video. Temple Street is also lit up. These lights stay on pretty much throughout the year, and it's like an attraction, yeah, for people to come here, and it's just an attraction. It's a year-round lighting on Temple Street. It has nothing to do with the Mid-Autumn Festival. It's always there, and it's a good thing it was there during the pandemic also, because it was such a gloomy time for everyone, and at least the lights kind of kept people happy, or bring a smile to one's face, I suppose, keep things lively. Streets are pretty empty, I guess. That's pretty nice. And the decorations end and the lights end about here on Smith Street. Smith Street used to be known as the food street also, where you'd get a lot of it's a closed off street, and you get lots of food stalls, and then you could sit on the road, of course, on tables and chairs, and sample a wide variety of Singaporean food. Those stalls have been removed because of renovation, and they're trying to renovate the place. And we have some temporary stalls in the meantime. Maybe I'll show that before I end this video. This is a little slice of Smith Street before I end this video. Well, we're still on New Bridge Road. That's the end of the decorations. As a bus rolls by, I'm going to stop the video here and then walk over to Smith Street. Walking along Smith Street here, which is also where my cats live, the ones that I feed and look after. Some of you may have seen those cats in these videos. Lucy, Popeye, Floofy, and the gang. Some of you guys know who I'm talking about. The noise coming from upstairs is a very famous food court. It's the old Chinatown complex food court. Lots of local dishes available to sample. There's all that noise coming from people talking and eating and everything else. Well, this video isn't about cats. It was about the Mid-Autumn Festival, but hey, here's some of the cats. There's Sidekick. Hello, Sidekick. There's a lot of them here. A lot of them. Well, continuing on. Well, I wanted to just do a 5-minute video on the lights of Chinatown, and then kind of ended up doing a lot more than that. Anyway, let me show you a little bit of Smith Street, and then I will end the video. And we're still in the main Chinatown area, Chinatown complex. Two feeders, friends of mine, and they feed the cats. This is Floofy.
She's very naughty. She won't eat.
She's a familiar one with a lot of my friends here. Named Floofy because she's got a floofy tail. Most of the cats here named by me. A few more things in Chinatown. God of Fortune, Feng Shui, Feng Shui as they call it. They sell all these lanterns and stuff in the neighborhood shop, and there's a place where you buy cheap cosmetics and perfumes. Okay, so this is the main Smith Street. It's covered walkway, covered road, And in the past, you had tables and chairs all lined up along the street, and no traffic allowed, of course. And then you'd have these stalls, food stalls in the center. The permanent ones have been removed. It is being renovated as we speak. So they've allowed a few people to come up and set up temporary kitchens or temporary stalls, I suppose, food stalls. So you see the cupboard, the whole thing is covered, and it gets too hot. They turn on these massive fans. Actually, it never really gets too warm. So this is what it used to be. I mean, it used to be a lot more livelier, I suppose, and then more tables, more chairs. And these stalls were much bigger. These are some local delights. All kind of fried food. Malay food. This is Malay food. And then, of course, there's a drink stall. Quench your thirst, you got sugar cane juice. I think. There you go over here. Let's see, this Thai drinks, iced milk tea. There's bandung and stuff like that. Yeah. On the other side of Smith Street, you have the sit-down restaurants as well, which I hadn't covered in the past, but here you are. The traditional fares. These are called quays, which is like short eats. The Taiwanese choice, of course, and there's even Japanese. So a bit different from what it used to be before. Let's see. Somebody was nice, said hi. Used to be an Indian shop here before, but that isn't here anymore. Okay, another Taiwanese kind of thing. So I guess it's, but this is all temporary, of course. Used to be permanent stalls, much bigger, and with chairs and tables all around. We don't have them anymore. We still have the local restaurants on both sides of this covered Smith Street. Smith has in S-M-I-T-H. Some names are English names. Let me end my tour here. I didn't think it was going to be this long. I thought it was just going to be something that I'd bring you about the Mid-Autumn Festival lights, but here we are. I'm going to end at Smith Street here in Chinatown complex. Please like, share, subscribe. Help my channel grow. It's brand new. I'll bring you content like this, and when I walk around different countries and different cities and different places around the world, I'll try and bring the best of these places to you. So please help me. All right. Ciao.